Manages to find a route to give him hands towards the goal line. If he just carries on straight on that line, Youssefa Scott probably wraps him up, stops him getting that ball placement in.
It's not a long list. Bello adding his, however, today. That's nicely knocked back by James Ram. However, still Chiefs to conjure with. Fisilau. Youssefa Scott, Hodge, Brown Bampo, Ram. Oh, he got nowhere near him. He's beaten two players, Brown Bampo. The footwork didn't, in the end, bamboozle young Archie McParland, but, well, up until the knock-on, that was very entertaining.
It's just absolutely nothing on. It's man on man in front of him. Stand, and Ram is a good defender, in and out.
Okay, time off.
I can't. That is a unique ability to be able to do that.
It is, the raw potential of this guy is amazing, but he has to give the ball here inside. He's opened up the gap. He'll probably end up getting it back, but he's now created that opportunity. His first thought should be, where's my support? And can I link up with him? But
yeah, that was always my thing.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Who can I give it to get it back quicker? I could definitely help him in that, but I couldn't help him turning people inside out like that.
Just brilliant.
All the fireworks last season from him. Ollie Woodburn, by the way, is training again. Knee injury last season. He will add to the options out wide. He's not far away.
It's not a department that they're struggling in, Nick. We've got some talent in the back line. Just got to get it fully fired. That's Dave Walder's job this year.
Crouch! Greg inside there. Eyes on winger. Bind! Set!
McParland happy to let the scrum do its work, knowing that it was likely to draw the penalty.
Point one, lost shape under pressure. Point one. Loose head steps around, number one.
Pressure on Royal Goodrick Clark.
I think he's suggesting, the referee, that it wheels because he actually steps out and goes round the outside, puts the pressure on Northampton. I think the first bit they've got away with, he only gives the penalty very late here. Good initial shunt from Saints, and Iogan gets his side up. You just see Goodrick Clark at the end rotating round on that right-hand side of your screen.
Chins is in there, making a nuisance of himself.
Parland's got to go digging for that. He's not got his arms in enough. He needed to recognise the threat of Chunza, who was in on the ball. This is still going to get turned over for me. Just watch as they land. Chunza, you spotted it, Nick, gets straight in on the ball. But McParland doesn't realise, or he does, but he can't go in with his fingertips there. He has to go in with his shoulders and rip the ball as quickly as possible. But he's allowed Chunza to do a really good job of staying in there. Bit of a facial there coming in from Pearson, trying to get him to release, and he won't. And they make that turnover. It's that recognition of where's the threat. And McParland a little bit slow to react to it.
It's only his second Premiership start in a year after a broken foot. May have been with us on Thursday night as Jacques Vermeulen made his Sale debut.
Crouch!
Saints have made another change, by the way. Sam Graham making a welcome return. Earlier than expected, Angus Scott-Young has gone off to get a cut patched up. And off the back, the explosive Ross Vincent, the Italian international.
Use it.
Another Italian international, Stephen Varney, albeit from Wales.
Use it.
Under some pressure by Coles, but the ball away, Rams there. And well, somehow Northampton, no they haven't. Jonathan Healy, the assistant on this. On this near side, spotting that the ball had gone out of play.
What terrific this is. Lands half a foot inside the touchline. Ram doesn't know whether it's beyond the pitch or off. Either way, if the kick's going to land that close to the touchline,
I don't know whether it was out. It was nearly the ultimate Houdini act.
Closing the gap. You close the gap. Close the gap.
Joe James explaining the reason
and that wins in the contest
for the free kick. That metre gap that has to be there. Harvey Skinner shared the fly half shirt with Henry Slade last season. And this time it is claimed cleanly by Ram.
use it.
Sam Graham. This will feel like a fresh start for him, a new signing for Saints.
Use.
Remember that he injured his knee against Leicester a month into last season. Here he is back. Horrible injury. You may remember the one at Mattioli Woods Welford Road, but here he is again doing what he enjoys most.
Tommy Raffel really low on a tackle, hit right through his knee.
Thank you, that cuts it. Thank you.
Just bent the wrong way. It's great to see him back.
Time's
He's actually having a really good start to the season as well.
you don't ever want to see anyone injured, obviously. But there is times in careers where you can make use of it, shall we say, as a positive, either to put size on or concentrate on some areas that you probably wouldn't necessarily get in season. So I'm sure it's used it very wisely. There's a lot of professional players do these days, but it's great to see him back.
Six.
It's one of the stories we don't necessarily get, isn't it, Nick? Yeah, there are dark times. I'm sure it will have crossed his mind at the beginning of that injury. Will I ever get back from this? So we should really celebrate players when they come back in from potentially career-ending injuries.
We're doing that today with Sam Graham. We'll be heading down to Dan Bigger in a minute, just to give us a 20-minute report on how Anthony Bello has settled into a shirt that he used to wear, the Saints 10. Some nice touches early on, certainly plenty for Dan to talk to us about. Meantime, here's Brown Bampo, who's had some nice touches as well. Varney. Vincent. Anthony Bello has settled into a shirt that he used to wear, the Saints 10. Rusi Tuima. Skinner and Hodge. Talk to us about. Meantime, here's Brown Bampo, who's had some nice touches as well. Whistle out. Skinner. Just seems to be for any potential edges in favour of Osei. Tight, but Chiefs do have three players there. Vincent. Behind Goodrick Clark. Employing Tuima. Slade. Brown Bampo, a little bit of space. He doesn't need much. Strength as well to stay on his feet in the end, Chris. He just ran out of room.
Yeah, there's definitely a difference in Exeter's attacking strategy, and when it really helps when you've got players like this stood on a touchline, because it's always a go-to that you can take. Yes, you might say he's been pushed in touch, but they've had a lot of phases anyway, so they were probably going to get turned over pretty soon, Exeter, so I don't think it's a bad result, because he could have turned it into something. When you've got Brown Bampo and Manny on the other side, you've always got options.
It just proves that psychology is such a big part of this sport, because Exeter, perhaps because they know the game plan a little bit more at times over the last couple of years, obviously transitioning away from the game plan that won them all that silverware because of the way the law changes and the game has moved on. At times last year they almost didn't look like they knew what they actually were, what their new DNA was. Maybe that's sort of new coaching staff coming in, but certainly Dave Walder's got an attacking shape now, and everyone looks to know exactly what their role is.
Rob Baxter saying that one of the buzzwords over the summer has been runability, and you touched on it, Ben. Just having players shifting a little bit of timber, those big forwards losing a little bit of weight, some losing a lot of weight, just to give them a bit more mobility, and we're seeing that early on here.
Well, we even know that in the commentary box how fast the game's getting, so you almost don't need that bit of extra weight because the ball is moving constantly in the way the game's moving forward.
He's out.
I noticed that Angus Scott Young's back with us, so we'll see Sam Graham again a little bit further down the road. There he is, he's been patched up. Josh Kemeny, incidentally, a star of last season, a real star of last season, is recovering from a shoulder operation, which is why he's missing out on the start of this one.
Got some decent back row options, Saints, haven't they?
Well, we give Anthony Bennett his kickoff wasn't ideal, but his touch finds so far. He's hit 3 or 4 to touch that have been really good distance kicks and really helped the team out.
Number 3, green. 3.
Oh, having another HIA second of the match, this time for Trevor Davison. Dan, what have you made of Anthony Belleau so far? What are you seeing? His positioning, his touches, his movement?
Yeah, I think Ashley makes a really good point. I mean, he's certainly kicked better than Ashley did in that game in Toulon that we were talking about pre-game. But we spoke a little bit, I mean, minus the first sort of 2.5 seconds from the restart. I think he's been really, really solid. He's had some nice touches, brought people into the game, taken the ball at the line, kicking to touch has been excellent. And the big difference he's going to find in the Prem compared to the top 14 is top 14, the 9 takes a lot more of the play, dictates the play, the speed of the game, whereas the Premiership or the Prem, you have to be at your 10 is the main guy, running the structure of the game, a little bit more in play all the time, and decisions are made more at the line.
Brilliant, thanks Dan. Saw it there as he helped set up Hendy. Absolutely in the faces of the defenders, forcing them to make decisions and helping set up situations like this. Eogan, Litchfield, on too quickly, but held on to the possession. McParland. And Chiefs celebrating their work at the breakdown, and Joseph Dweber at the centre of things.
Big moment for the Chiefs to turn over because they just need to stop any sort of momentum that the crowd can get behind.
That's another thing they didn't really have much of last year, was players having the ability to go over the ball, multiple players going over the ball, and you just see there the difference. It stops a team in the tracks.
Just talk about Belleau. Just watch this pass. Sometimes, I talked before about a delayed pass, sometimes it's being able to shape yourself and just knowing the timing of it. So his timing there allows Hendy to get on the outside and get extra meters. He gives that with a slightly different timing, doesn't get it through his hands as quickly and as fluidly. Then Feyi Waboso's probably in front of. So I was just waiting to see how that one, but probably in front of and stops that dead.
Yes, Skinner did so well to make the initial break, and then the pass not quite working for them.
No hands.
Apologies for the language. Henry Walker, early replacement at hooker for Craig. Right, here goes Hendy. McParland calling for it. Sprint for the line. Hauled down brilliantly by Brown Bampo. Still defensive work to do for the Chiefs. James Ram clear on this right-hand side. Saints go left, and Saints score. Tom Pearson. One significant break, a second significant try.
It's a great line from Hendy. Burst through. He should have given the pass earlier, I thought, to let Saints away. He's made up for it by cutting through the middle of the Exeter defence here. Nothing on, really. Just hits the line. He sees the space. He's got such gas. You can see he's again umming and ahhing. He might have dummied that. Looks like he's away, but Parliament doesn't quite get there. Hendy does such a good job and fighting to just get over the ball and help his teammates out.
Watch Hendy's clear out here. He's miles away. Question as to whether he stayed on his feet, but he certainly saves the day there. I think he probably goes off his feet. He's a little bit lucky there, but he was miles away. And to realign and get in from behind the ball, he does a really good job. That try's not scored without it, but I think that's what Henry Slade was just going over to speak to the referee about. Does he stay on his feet on his clear out?
Yeah, Joe, I've got no clear knock on.
Okay, thanks.
Voice of the TMO, Dan Jones, is happy enough, and Tom Pearson scores his first try of the season.
I'm going to answer Henry's question. If they've checked it, no
great break. Stays alert, but look how far away he is.
Bang into shape.
Part of the tackle, part of the tackle. Use it.
Bello, the French, as far down the line he can with his powder blue boots. Tom Pearson, interesting season ahead. He's keen to play a little bit more at number 6 this season, Ben, and a bit more to his set-piece work, and it's one of the things that England have talked to him about. They see him much more as a 6 than a 7 going forwards. Meantime, Walker back to Chick off a ball that was won initially by Pearson in the line-out. Doing the work of a line-out jumper, Ed Prowse thumps it up, and again Saints put themselves in a very handy position. Dingwall took the tackle. McParland tried to spin away from that of Lewis Pearson.
Still in? No, it's still under.
Magnificent, an 80-run partnership between the two. Brendan Taylor scored 36 runs, Brian Bennett 42. All right, the debutants. Bonte Henan has been given the ball.
And he's also been given the safety of going leg side to the long side for the right-handers.
Yeah, just believe that this pair will have a look at what he has to offer. And they will go after him like that, going the longer way, but that's a long, long way into the stands. Brendan Taylor.
For me, there's shots that start to show you a guy in control of his game, because he's deliberately hit this between long on and cow corner, so that if he mishits it, he's got half a chance of not getting caught in this long boundary. But nonetheless, he's cleared it by at least 15 meters. And the debutant has some pressure on. Got to force the ball a little straighter into the line of the off stump, so that Brendan Taylor can't free his arms to hit with the tide towards long on. Force him to play with a slightly straighter bat. Might have a chance.
It's hit straight. Diving effort to go for the catch from Pereira. Is not able to complete it. That was a difficult chance to take. He'll be applauded for the effort, though.
Very, very brave. Diving forward. Had to run quite a long way to get to that. But Brendan Taylor can't really be faulted for trying that shot.
This time it's worked leg side. It's a deep pocket. He'll come back easily for 2. Being introduced to international cricket for the 19-year-old from Botswana against such an opposition as Zimbabwe can be a daunting call. Through the offside. Some work for Cutler Pete. And he's not able to do the job. That's a boundary there. And that will take Brandon Taylor into his first century on his return to international cricket. Half century, I beg your pardon.
Wonderfully crafted by wonderful talent who's just played some of the good cricket shots. And this time he goes into out, hits the full toss, the low full toss, wide off the fielder at long off. Absolute control from Brendan Taylor.
Yeah, spoke of it. It's your debut. Such an opposition versus Zimbabwe. Two informed batters. You run the risk of them going helter-skelter on you. Might just work on your confidence. Big hitting from Zimbabwe so far. I am sure that this is what plenty of the spectators here expected. And the team is really answering the call to do so.
Yeah, passionate supporters follow the chevrons. Zimbabwe cricket team, as they're called locally. 128 for 1. They've given their fans something to cheer about so far. They've just now got to finish it off.
Tatana Tose changes ends. And first over was from the City end. Now it's coming through from the golf course end. Maybe hoping for better fortunes. Looking to play that one straight, but this comes off the inside edge of the bat.
It's good to see this from Motlanka. You can see he's just trying to find a way to create an opportunity, to create an opening. Keeps making the bowling changes, changing ends for a couple of bowlers, changing fields for a couple of bowlers as well to try and force them to bowl a little bit wider in certain circumstances. Just continuing to try and find a way to give the Zimbabweans something that creates a mistake.
A much better delivery from Tose. 2. Now they get the throw really off the mark. Should have been aiming for the base of the stumps there, Terindo Pereira.
Two once-in-a-generation talents are playing for Zimbabwe this afternoon. One at just 21, Brian Bennett on your camera, just at the start of his career. And the other one, Brendan Taylor, towards the end of his career. Both these one-in-a-generation batters haven't got T20 hundreds. Best score, 75 not out for Brendan Taylor. And then Brian Bennett's best is 94.
There's an opportunity for them maybe just to add a few records to their name. Both set half centuries under the belt. They should be playing freely. So I actually heard that they would be expected to bet the majority of the overs that are remaining. And that allows them or gives them the opportunity to get a few of those stats. Edged, but short third, tries to stop that one, is still racing away here. The chase is on for Khoisamang, does well. But they run 3.
This is good from Tose. He's not given a boundary in this over yet. He's got the majority of the deliveries in this over in the right area. Just needs some help from his fielders. Get some help from his fielders. You start to create some pressure. And that's very good work. Running back to keep the ball in play and save the boundary.
Changes to the field. Finally comes inside the circle. Third man goes to the boundary. So there's only 2 fielders leg side. He targets that area where they remove the man from the boundary. Brian Bennett. He'll get a boundary from that. toying with the field here. That's what Zimbabwe's doing.